entrepreneurs. You are tuned into the hottest show on IG Live. It's the Mo Today series on Black Muslim businesses. And I'm excited today to be talking to my longtime sisters. I got 2 weeks in a row talking to my longtime sisters. Sister Dana, aka Sister Tadara. I can't wait to have her on the show today. So, welcome. Shiesty Paolo. Welcome. Welcome. I am Chef D. Marie. There you go, sis. Listen, we're going to give it, Sister Tadara, about maybe a good couple minutes. Let people come on in the room, and then I'll just bring you in. Okay? Assalamu alaikum, Brother Lamont. Let's see. All right, so I sent you an invite. Probably by the time you get it, folks will get in here. Maybe on CP time a little bit, sis. So welcome. Come on in. I hope you all have registered for the Mind of an Entrepreneur New Year's Eve manifestation party. We're going to do some goal setting. We're going to talk about mental strategies so we can become powerful manifestors in 2022. So click the link in the bio. Make sure you go registered. Don't forget that preservation matters. So get your commemorative Elijah coin. Did y'all see my post today? There's my sister. Oh my God. Sis, oh my God, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How you
doing?
I'm doing blessed. Great.
I'm so excited to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been looking forward to this all week.
Me too, believe it or not.
How you doing? You doing good?
I'm doing good.
Good. Praise God. I see you over there cooking, and I said I got to get my sis on here and promote this food because you always been mean in the kitchen, girl.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I was talking to Sister Carmela. It's funny because people see us and we look so good. They think we just, and I'm like, look, we've been doing this.
Exactly. Yep.
You was cooking. I can't even remember. As far as I remember, you always was cooking and making cakes and pies and all kind of stuff. So tell us what you're doing now.
Well, I'm here in Vegas, and this, so I've been out here for about 3 years now. It'll be 3 years in January. So what I'm doing is I started decorating cakes, getting back into my business when the pandemic hit. Because before then, I really just didn't have the time or didn't make the time. My mindset, I don't know where I was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So when the pandemic hit, I was like, I got to do something. Mm-hmm. So I just started back baking cakes, making decorating cakes, wedding cakes. So that actually, I started back in 2006 when I went to culinary school.
Mm-hmm.
And
culinary school. Okay, so you ended up in 2006 going to culinary school. Tell us about that experience and where'd you go?
I went to the Illinois Institute of Art, Chicago, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved it. I wish that I, could have stayed there. Just went every day.
Yes.
I was learning something new. It was fun. And from there, I started, when I graduated, when I was in school, I started like a catering company.
Okay.
And I was doing catering. And so one day, I started getting into the cakes. I made a pound cake for the first time, actually. And everybody loved it because I just used to make like layer cakes. And I was like, I don't know why I was intimidated by making a pound cake.
But I remember you always making some kind of cake.
It was layer cakes, like chocolate, vanilla, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I never made a pound cake and sold it until that time. That was my first time, and everybody just loved it. And so they was like, you should sell it. And so I just started from there. And
Mm-hmm.
my cakes were, when I was in Chicago, I had my cakes in Sean Michelle's when it was on 119.
Yep.
I had my cakes in the Banana Leaf, and I think it's called Cafe Trinidad on 75th Street somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you heard it? Is it Cafe
I
Trinidad?
Cafe
Yeah,
Trend, or at least it used to be.
right. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to Grand Rapids, and then I wasn't doing it anymore, so that slowed me down for about 8, 9 years. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I moved to Las Vegas, soon as I moved here, that's when the pandemic started. So I just got back into it.
Okay.
I
And
wrote a cookbook
what?
last year.
You got a copy of it you can hold up and show us so we can make sure people. Um,
Girl,
yeah. There we go. There's my sister's
it's
cook.
on Amazon.
And what's it,
Uh,
pound for pound?
the Pound for Pound Cake Champ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pound for pound cake champ. And so you're like a lot of people. You went through the pandemic. You're like, look, I got to do something. You get out there in Vegas, and what do? You start independently making cakes, or did you go work somewhere or somewhere? How did you do that?
I just started baking and just started. What I did was I started just baking pound cakes, taking pictures of them and posting them on Facebook and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, that's how I got customers. And then people were asking me, well, do you ship? I'm like, well, I don't know. I have to look into that because I never did it before. So
Yeah.
I tried it. I failed at it. I had to really learn how to ship.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I got it and the items that I needed to ship with it, then I started doing that. And so, yeah,
And so now you're shipping your pound cakes.
yes,
Listen. So what you did, sis, was you manifested a whole business. You didn't even really, this is why I tell people, you don't necessarily always have to have all the pieces in a row. You manifested it, and then you had to catch up with the manifestation.
right. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Is that something you always wanted to do, or you said, let me just do something, you put it in your mind and it just happened?
You know, that cooking really was actually like coming up. I never saw myself as a cook or a chef. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to work in corporate America. And it wasn't until I joined the Nation of Islam. And, you know, one of our units is how to cook.
Right.
And that's when my love for cook, when I discovered it.
Okay.
And so I'm like, oh, I really like this because I like the way it made me feel
Yeah.
when I was doing it. So that's when, back like in 1997, I wanted to go to culinary school then, but I didn't have the opportunity. So, you know, I was having babies and all of that stuff. And then 2006 came and children older. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. And that's what I did.
Wow.
So I never knew that I would actually be in this business, although it was always in me because I would actually watch my grandmother and my mother. Oh, my mom, she makes the bomb pound cake, caramel pound cake. And
Wow.
I used to look at her and be like, Mama, this is so good. Her banana pudding was off the chain. And my grandmother, which is my father's mother, she used to do exotic cakes and cake decorating and things like that. So I think it was just in my DNA and I just didn't know it.
I think it was in you because hearing you, I've known you for a long time, and hearing you say that wasn't even a thing until then, I always thought that's what you always did.
Mm-mm. I just used to bake and sell my cakes, you know, at MGT class just to make some money, but I just never really saw myself doing it.
Look at how Allah be high in talent. And then he'll give us a way to make money and sustain ourselves. And then we ignore it because we want to do something else. We busy chasing something else. And then it's right in you. It's so in you that you manifested it and had to literally catch up. How do I I get it packaged right?
Mm-hmm.
I get it from point A to point B. How do I do all that without a damn? Yeah. Somebody just said they remember your salmon sandwiches.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm telling you. It's certain sisters that always cooked. You was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we was in the Vanguard and the rest of us was not thinking about cooking nothing,
Right.
making no pies and cakes, you was.
Yes, ma'am. And I used to have to taste y'all bean soup. Remember that?
Look, my bean soup is bomb now. I already know. Look, now other people's bean soup, I had to go, my bean soup, I got that on lock now. Sewing? Nah.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't get the lines straight and all that. I think it's the patience thing.
Yeah.
But it's I'm so honored to see you and to see your journey and to just watch how you have evolved into your purpose that was already there. And it's funny to me because I thought you always did that and you always knew that.
Mm-mm.
That's what you was going to do.
Mm-mm. Girl, I was going to be like, I had so many like things I wanted to do when I was in high school. I took law classes. I went to Carver High School and we had all type of trades. I did the drama. I thought I was going to be an actress. Girl, it was just so much, so many things that but cooking just was not it. And we had a culinary department in there. And I was like, no, it just didn't interest me then. And I wish I said, because I could have got the education for free.
You might have learned how to ship back then, right?
Okay.
Yes, I think another thing that you're a wonderful example of is because, and I get a lot of young sisters that ask me this, and they make comments to me and they say, you are so overly feminine. I said, but I'm a soldier too. Mm-hmm. And so you are a demonstration and an illustration of how you can be a top-notch soldier and still be feminine and enjoy your femininity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And a lot of people that saw me in the soldier light, they just never knew that I cooked and baked like that. When I started doing it, it was like, I didn't know you bake. I didn't know you not do that. Girl, yes.
That's why you don't underestimate people, because see, they didn't know you. Mm-hmm. They didn't know how back in the day, even before we got into the soldiering part, our number one goal was to be pretty.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Remember that? Working on our outfits like
right
before Savior's Day week.
Right.
And when we bust out, like I never knew what you was gonna wear. You didn't know what I was gonna wear, or Letha, or none of us. But when we busted out, it was like, ah! That was our thing. That whole week, just really being feminine and being pretty. That was our mission. I think Sister Captain Betsy Jean pushed that.
Oh, girl, yeah. She was the great example for that, because she was always glamorous. And we always just want to emulate her. Oh, she's so beautiful.
That's right. Yeah. I tell people to this day, sis, that when I would go into negotiations and I would be nervous, I would emulate Sister Captain Betsy Jean.
Mm.
She was always regal and glamorous. She would look you dead in your eye, but and tell you what she wanted and how she was going to do it. But it was very direct, but it was still sweet and glamorous and feminine.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So she instilled that in us, and you were an example. And it's not like we had to throw away who we are. I get people who come to my house. Even my brother asked me the other day, he said, why do we go out to dinner? He said, because you cook so damn good. I said, because I don't have to do it all the time, but they act like it's a revelation. I said, hey.
Yes.
Quality food. We made restaurant quality food, not just
good
down home cooking. You come to my house, you're going to get a meal. It's going to be restaurant quality. That's exactly what it always has been.
Exactly. Well, that's because we had some good trainers that trained us how to do that. You know, we had great examples to teach us how to make our food look 5-star, fine dining quality. And once we learned that, you know, that's what we present to our families. You know, we sat at the dinner table and ate dinner. You know, we set the dinner table. You know, I had my children to help me set the dinner table, and can't wait to Thanksgiving because we pulled out the fine china for that. Right.
And we had to practice that, remember?
Exactly. We
had to work out, fight, practice setting the table, to get our clothes together. I mean, it was about being a full, well-rounded woman.
That's right. And it's so funny. And the reason why I didn't want to cook, you know, growing up, is because that is the image that society put out in the world. So it gives us an image. No, let's work downtown, be this and be that. And home was always secondary or non-dairy at all.
Or low level or something like that.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't learn that until I joined the nation.
That's right. And it instilled pride in us. Like I was saying, I pride myself on keeping a good house. It's clean, it looks good, finding pretty things to showcase and, you know, just make it a work of art, just being home, that art of creating a home.
They laugh because I said non-dairy.
That's just Laura up there talking about. She said, yes, art. Okay. Look, well, I just wanted to also ask you, how have you felt that we talk about our great training, and it's one of the things that I could never repay Allah for was coming into these teachings at the time that I did. No offense against anybody that came in at any other time, but we came during that critical rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about it is there were so many of us that were so young.
Yes.
When I look back on how young we were, and I say, man, and we had a lot of responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
So what that said to me, sis, was that Allah was preparing us for something, because for it to be such a large number of us that were so young with critical positions, I mean, receiving serious boot camp type training at that time, it just says that we have a great work in front of us. And we still are now in a position where now we respect it, we understand it. We have our youth enough that now we can actually implement it with wisdom.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. That's right. That's right.
That's how I see you. When I've been watching you online, I've been checking you out, seeing what you're doing, and I just said that I see that. I just see the evolution of what Allah did for us, so that we in turn can do that for Him. And when I see you with your cakes and how you present, I already know they're good. You're one of those kind of persons. If somebody said, now Sister Aletha, she loved cakes. She loved cakes so much that she give cakes as gifts. So you know what, Tadara, if she come over my house, I just put them back in her bag and she don't know it. Like I put the cake. But if somebody said, look, she said yes. Look, if somebody said, well, this come from Sister Dana or Sister Tadara, I'd be like, I know it's good. I already know it's good because I know what you're going to put into it.
Yes, ma'am.
So talk to us about your cake flavors and what will we get if we order?
Well, right now I'm just going to focus on the pound cakes. And so I'm coming up with some creative flavors and pairing them with other flavors. So right now I was doing the red velvet. I have my famous signature lemon pound cake. I do a key lime. I created my own version of a peach cobbler pound cake.
What?
Mm-hmm. And what else I got? I got a caramel pound cake.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just now thinking of ways to take the pound cake to a whole nother level. So I
Yes.
came out with that my version of a red velvet banana pudding pound cake.
Okay.
So yeah. So and I have other flavors in store, and those are some things I'm working on.
Give us your website. So, Sister Letha, can you put Sister Tadara's?
My sister, my website is down because I'm recreating everything.
Okay, okay.
So it's not up yet, and it should be up by the first of the year.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So how do we
So
or
if they want now, they can just on I am Chef D Marie
okay,
and just inbox me for now.
okay. At
Mm-hmm.
I am E. Marie, y'all could get the cakes for the holidays. I know holiday season is coming up. She got peach cobbler pound cake, red velvet pound cake, key lime pound cake, lemon pound cake, probably regular pound cake,
Yeah,
caramel
caramel.
pound cake. When you gonna make a bean pie pound cake?
Girl, I'm working on that. I'm
I'm
working
all
on
about
that.
repurposing the navy bean and us creating.
Yes.
My thing, sis, is about us passing on our culture.
Mm-hmm.
This that we talked about, that we talk about, and for us to be blessed to come into the Nation of Islam at a point in time when the minister was really super young, so
Mm-hmm.
busy,
Yes.
and our training was like Marine Corps boot camp. Like, can we just get a nap? You know,
Okay. No sleep. When they say no sleep, no sleep for real.
because we got
None.
it. He traveled everywhere he went.
Yes.
We had to hold posts. We had to do administrative stuff, and we had to look good doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was no, you gonna be raggedy doing this.
Exactly.
Okay, so Letha said, get your cakes now from at I am Chef D Marie. Okay,
Yes.
okay. And so, how are you managing your increase in demand right now? How is that working out for you? Because if you went from doing none and now I can only imagine how popular those cakes are.
I am really want to focus, really get it out here in Las Vegas where I am and get established here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm also going to be looking for a baker and a cake decorator to help and assist me with that. So I'm actually rebranding everything. So that's why my website is not up right now. And
Okay.
I really want to push the recipe book at this time. So to kind of help me get along. But yeah, I just basically need some help because I was doing everything. I was every position by myself, and that was a lot.
As a sous chef for a baker, a,
Say that again.
is there a such thing as a sous chef for a baker?
Yeah, you can have a assistant. Yeah,
Yeah,
a pastry chef. Yeah,
yeah,
hmm
that's what.
yep.
That's, and
That's
there's
what
so
I
many
need.
wonderful places out there in Vegas where you will be able to place your cakes.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
a
many.
lot of people. I've been going around in the restaurants here. They even got like a Harold's out here.
Oh, they.
Yeah, they put one out here like last year. It's in Henderson, and then they have a like a Chicago style chicken wing, but it's really based off of Harold's.
Mm.
So yeah.
So you're gonna go in there and try to get some placement in there.
hmm
So what's the future look like for Chef D Marie? What are you planning or what are you hoping for? Because I know you a powerful manifester.
Well, this book, this recipe book that I have now is the heavyweight version.
Hmm.
So I'm doing this like pound for pound cake champ boxing theme.
Yeah.
So the next one is going to be heavyweight, middleweight, and then I'm gonna go on from there and there. So you'll see my cakes getting smaller, making smaller sizes,
Oh,
making the personal size ones. Yeah. So that's what that means. So the heavyweight is the regular size, and then you go down, and then it goes all the way down to the mini, to the lightweight.
Okay, okay, I get it. Oh, that's
Mhm.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's sweet. So, how's the family?
Everybody's doing well. My mom and dad, they are here with me.
Okay,
So that's good. And me and Tanisha, Tanisha lives here, and my daughter Brittany lives in Arizona. So we close by. And then Tyler, Elijah, and Sadiqa, they still in Grand Rapids.
okay,
So
okay.
I'm just here all alone,
Doing your look
doing
what
my thing.
you
Hey.
you look and being successful. I'm so proud of you, sis.
Thank you.
I just love you, and I'm rooting for you. Anything I can do. I'm here for you. I know you're gonna be successful because I know what you made of.
Thank you. Praise be to Allah.
Hmm. And let's make once you get your website back up, let's make sure you get in the Black Muslim Business Directory,
Yes.
and we can start pushing to get people to order, because I like the fact that you're really just specializing in pound cakes, because that gives you a niche.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then do you actually decorate the pound cakes, or are they just
Yes.
how are they on top?
So I decorate them.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So decorated pound cakes.
Mhm.
Okay. There's not a lot of people doing that. Don't most people just use the bundt pan
Yeah, the bundt pan and with the glaze,
or the
that's
powder?
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
So
yours was
you just gotta look at things when you pick a niche, see who's not doing what, and you can just it's like this business here is so competitive, and it's like you have to really think outside of the box. So it's because there's so many creative artists that are in this industry, and I didn't realize that I was an artist until I started decorating my cakes. And my son, the one, he was like, "Mama, you an artist?" I said, "I am." He said, "Yeah. I mean, you decorate. That's art." I
yeah.
didn't even look at it like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I said, well, let me take my pound cakes to a different level and not make them like they've been for the last 60, 70 years. And let's, make it more
Do something.
appealing, different.
I think that's a powerful lesson for business owners out here, because a lot of us go in the fields where other people are already there, but we don't know what to do other than just copy off the next person.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying is take a look at your market, take a look at your competition,
Mm-hmm.
figure out what you can do differently. And in your case, you just put yourself into it more, and,
Yes.
and your whole artistry just exploded.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to. I already know Alita. She probably already done DM'd you, and
I remember when Letha used to make her red velvet cakes.
Alita, you still making red velvet cake? I don't. Yeah, she did make red velvet. Look at her.
Her red velvet cakes were the bomb.
Yep, she did used to make them. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the other thing too was that because we were also taught the value of culture, I find it also interesting that we kind of all know different little things about each other from a cultural standpoint.
Right.
And we ate what was provided amongst us, whether it was
Yes.
sandwiches from Aaron or Carmela, cakes and sandwiches from you,
Mm-hmm.
Different people. But that's also another interesting dynamic about what we did. And so we just want to keep expanding this cultural experience.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Well, sis, any specials you want to tell us before we go? Any other specialty cakes for the holidays, Kwanzaa, Savior's Day?
Well, yeah, I will be, thanks for that reminder. I will be having slices for Savior's Day. I haven't made the flyer yet, but I will be putting that up soon. So, yeah, I'll be having slices for Savior's Day, inshallah.
Okay, so any special kind of slices or just
I'm gonna come out with I'm gonna do since I already put it out there, I'm gonna have the red velvet banana pudding. I'm
okay?
definitely gonna have the lemon pound cake, and I think I'm gonna do a caramel pound
Okay.
cake. So I'm just only gonna do like maybe 3 flavors, take a couple of pre-orders,
Uh-huh.
and go from there.
Okay. You're gonna be selling slices in person or is that pre-order too?
That pre-order, I just want to do pre-orders because again, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know if I'm still on the list or not. I don't know. But you gotta stay ready, right? You gotta get ready so so you can stay ready. Have that go. But yeah,
Yeah.
gotta stay ready so you won't have to get ready.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Well, look, I'm sure I could think of some things for you to do if you need something to do.
But if not, hey, I'll be selling cakes.
I think it'd be an interesting thing. One of the things that I really want to do in terms of sharing culture is at the Elijah Muhammad House having
Ooh.
dinners and
Mm-hmm.
tea parties and I could just see us having like your bean pie. That's why I asked about it. The bean pie pound cake with the little caramel sauce on it at the high tea event.
When you gonna have that?
I don't know when yet. I'm thinking more like the summer.
Oh, okay.
Longer and the mornings are warmer, where sisters can just come together and talk about our culture and share our culture.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just pick a topic of something that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us about.
Mm-hmm.
And once we pick that topic, we'll invite a certain number of people to high tea. And I would love by then for you to have your perfected bean pie pound cake.
It'll be there.
With a little caramel, and you just fly in and we make it a big deal and we make over each other so that other people outside of our culture will want to experience Chef D. Marie's bean pie infused or whatever you want to call it.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am. That sounds great. Is it
so
ready? Is the building ready yet?
we close. We probably about 90%. We right
Oh,
there.
good. You pushing for Savings Day?
But Savior's Day, maybe we'll be done. We won't have anything in it. But a lot of these houses people tour, they empty. But the antiques and stuff, I don't think we would have found it. Antiquing is usually more of a summer, warmer weather kind of thing because you have a lot of outside markets and we can move around a little bit better. But inshallah, if we're done on the inside, at least to the point where people can come in, then we can do some tours and stuff during Savior's Day. So pray for me on that. That's what I'm working.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm working for, and I'll keep you posted. But sis, let us make over you. Let's put you on the schedule, and we just, this is how people in other cultures blow up their people.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
I'm here. Let's go.
So don't forget, y'all, at Chef D. Marie.
I am at Chef D. Marie.
Yeah, I am at I am Chef D. Marie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And make sure you go and get your pound. Trust me, y'all, you have not had pound cakes like my sisters. They moist. You know how some pound cakes be dry, all powdery and stuff? Hers are moist. And she packs flavor into them.
Mm-hmm.
And she decorates them in an artistic manner.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have any doubt, let me tell you something. The training that I can bear witness to that this sister has puts her on another level before you even taste her cakes. So I love you, sis.
I love you more.
I love you. I love you. I'm so excited to see you. And I can't wait to just make over you this summer and your cakes. And we're going to make sure we get you on the list so that you can come and showcase your product, and we'll do it over culture.
Yes, ma'am.
Show the world who you are. We'll film it, get it out. You
Okay.
got, because you're going to be baking. You're going to have to have your sous baker or sous chef.
Yeah.
You're going to need that because we're going to be.
Okay.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Thank
Well,
you.
Alaikum salam. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Sister Saja. Thank you.
And please give the family the greetings.
Yes, ma'am.
Who would have thunk it? We'd be here right to this day, Sister Tadara.
Exactly.
Alaikum, sis.
Alaikum salam, ma'am.
Thank you all. You've been listening to the hottest show on IGTV. It's the Mo Today series on Black Muslim businesses. I just finished talking to my wonderful longtime sister, Sister Tadara at I Am Chef D. Marie. Make sure you go out there. Make sure you go follow her. Let's increase her followers. Order cakes from her. I can vouch for her cakes. They are absolutely amazing. Let me also tell you, thank you, salute to you, Sister Aletha. Let me also tell you all, we're going to have a manifestation New Year's Eve party. Me and my special guests, we're going to talk about goal setting. We're going to talk about how to be powerful manifestors. And we're going to have some exercises on gratitude, New Year's Eve, 7 p.m. Central Time. Click the link in the bio. Make sure you get registered. I don't want y'all to miss out. This is a New Year's Eve manifestation party. That's what we're going to be talking about. Straight up manifestation, straight up setting goals, starting our New Year's off right, making sure our mind is in the right place so that we can manifest and be powerful in 2022 and beyond. All right. So peace and blessings, family. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you go out there and follow my sisters and get registered right now for the New Year's Eve manifestation party. Peace and blessings and happy Wednesday.